Uh, uh, this is a video about the military grade Coyote that took out a 737 MAX airliner at Chicago O'Hare International Airport on January 14th of 2025. Now, I'm not a video maker, so expect nothing special. I'm just going to tell you what there is. Disclaimer, I'm a nobody. I'm not an investigator. I'm not affiliated with law enforcement of the intelligence agencies. So you can either believe me or you can not. It's up to you. So, on January 14th of this year, Chicago International Airport had a plane, a 737 MAX plane, entering rotation, which is lifting up to grab the wind to begin to fly, and that was suddenly attacked by apparently a military-grade Coyote, a Western Coyote in Illinois. Yes, in Illinois. And which weighs, a Western Coyote weighs about 75 pounds on average. Can jump about 10 feet. He had to have been infused or enhanced with an array of weaponry and gear. Probably a titanium exoskeleton, various sensors on 35% of his fur, a chemical, yeah.
Hey, what she smoke?
What?
Do you know what they're called?
What she smokes? Oh, Sonoma
Greens?
Sonoma 100 menthols.
Oh, menthol. Okay. I gotta run to the store.
Okay. Anyway, that was not a plug for the tobacco companies. My roommate was just asking me what my wife smoked, cigarettes, because I smoke all of her cigarettes, and he's going to get some more. Anyway, so back to the wolf, back to the Coyote. This military-grade Coyote, nicknamed or Fierce Fluff or Agent 66, most likely monitored the plane. Most likely had a chip in his brain in which specs of the plane were uploaded to him pre-mission, so he understood exactly what was necessary to cause the supposed damage to a 737 MAX airliner, which included, in order to damage a 737 MAX airliner with aircraft-grade aluminum and steel in the landing gear, you have to exert 40,000 pounds per square inch to cause such damage. Now, a 75-pound Coyote would only be able to exert 639 pounds of damage per square inch, far below what's necessary. However, this Coyote, military creation, is entirely capable of doing so. He must have had some sort of hydraulic system within his tendons, a biological hydraulic system within his tendons, in order for him to make the jump from the bushes or from the edge of the side of the runway. There are no bushes at Chicago O'Hare International Airport, so he would have been on the runway, and he would have had to make the jump perfectly in time as the plane was entering rotation, hit the landing gear, cause damage to the landing gear, and then do, based on his military capability of gymnastics, his gymnastics training in the military, do a backwards somersault upwards, to actually use his butt to hit the nose of the airliner, the aircraft-grade aluminum and cause damage to the nose. And then flip fully around again, land back on his feet. I'm just brainstorming here, but and not get killed in the process, which is very, very impressive. Obviously, military grade design, and the airliner had to stop its rotation, come back down. It could not fly anymore. It could not reach full rotation in those 3 seconds to take off. It had to turn around and on its damaged landing gear and return back to the terminal and switch the passengers to another plane that was operational. Now, the Coyote apparently did not get hurt in the process, which is further impressive, being that he is a military creation. There's much more to his capabilities than I'm actually relaying to you. I have them all written down, and I've been working with my friend C, my C source. And I could relay them all to you, all his capabilities and enhancements, but it's not necessary for this video. Now, here's the rub. We're talking about a Coyote against a 190,000 pound aircraft. So, that being said, he had to jump from the side of the runway upwards, which is to the landing gear, which is about, 15 feet. Damage the landing gear, jump another 5 to 8 feet in a backwards somersault to hit the nose of the airplane with his little fanny to cause the damage that he caused. The pilots said that it was a pretty large animal. Now, coyotes are not that large. They're about 75 pounds to 100 pounds, maybe, on the average. Even a western coyote. West-east sort of conflict with the coyotes, there's a discrepancy of about 15 to 20 pounds, Additionally, here's something else that's interesting. Now, a coyote is sort of an archaic animal. It's old school. It's Mother Nature. A plane, a 737 MAX airliner, is a relatively new plane, so it's new technology. So we have the archaic world versus the natural world, animal versus man, machine versus animal. So if you look at two things I'm going to relay here. One, the Rocky IV fight between Creed and Ivan Drago. Note here, Fierce Fluff implemented, yes, he used the word implement. They love the word implementation. He implemented damage to the 737 MAX airliner at 40,000 pounds per square inch, far outweighing Ivan Drago's most damaging punch at 2,000 pounds per square inch to Rocky's face, or Creed's face. So, in the Rocky IV fight with Creed and Drago, where Drago kills Creed, if you notice, after the death punch, with the little light star, and Creed's face, and Drago's punch, Drago's wife, and Drago's manager, his android-type looking manager, Drago's wife smiles while the android-type manager sort of stares on in a robotic, sinister, and quite disturbing expression on his face, which is actually flat and machine-like, a mechanism, so to speak. I mean, that's what Drago is. He's a mechanism. He's technology. He's the future. He's a new airplane, so to speak. If you notice Drago's wife, as she smiles, in her right ear, or her left ear from your perspective, in her right ear is an earring that looks exactly like a digital number 2, the number 2. And my wife says it's 2 earrings, which possibly is, it probably is, but together, as close as the earrings are together, they resemble the number 2. Now, Rocky 4 is about the archaic world, the old school versus new technology. Sort of like the Coyote and the 737 MAX airliner. Now, secondly, point number 2, the 80s show Airwolf is about a new techno helicopter operated by sort of an old school archaic pilot, Jan Michael Vincent. The theme, the main video that comes up for the opening theme is from Channel 2, supposedly in Texas, because of the star, the sheriff's type star that's on the top right of the screen next to the number 2. Now, last point. Point number 3, last point. Chicago O'Hare International Airport has the acronym CORD, K-O-R-D, as its acronymic definer. K-O-R-D, CORD. In Airwolf, and I say Airwolf because the Coyote is from the canine family, is sort of a smaller, nerdy wolf, so to speak. And he had to jump in the air to attack the 737 MAX airliner. He had to become an airwolf. So, the support guy, the computer support guy, the techno support guy for Jan Michael Vincent's character in Airwolf, his name is Alex Cord, C-O-R-D. So, you see what I'm getting at here? You see what I'm getting at here?